It's obvious that from the very beginning, Lucasfilm knew that fans would have a problem with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, that there would be significant backlash to this, some of it centered around the character of Reva, and for good reason. Her motivations make absolutely no sense. She doesn't fit in this story, at least not the way that it was told. She knows way too much and is left alive knowing way too much. The fact that she is still alive in this universe is laughable and it makes no sense, but we know why Disney did it. Disney did it for the potential to have a spin-off with Reva. Now we can have a Reva spin-off series because people are just gonna love her so much. We saw them come out and gaslight the media, gaslight the fan base and say, if you have a problem with the character of Reva, it must just be because you're a racist. The same old tactics from Disney Star Wars. But now that the entire series is played out, now that everyone's seen the arc, that they said, well, it's gonna make sense after you watch all 6 episodes, you'd have to imagine that based on how Disney pushed this character, based on how the mainstream media protected this character and pushed this character, you'd have to imagine that Reva's just super popular now, right? Well, no, unfortunately, in embarrassing fashion for Lucasfilm, in embarrassing fashion for Disney Star Wars and the media who protected this character of Reva, even though so many people came forward and said, I don't like this character for blank, 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 blank reason, which had nothing to do with her skin color. Now we have pretty good evidence that, yeah, no one liked this character. Over on the Hasbro Pulse website, where they sell a ton of different toys, and sometimes they even do crowdfunding before they actually start to make a line of things, we have this. Star Wars The Black Series, Reva, the third sister, Force FX Elite Lightsaber. Keep in mind, this has been up for quite some time now, and there's only 10 days left to order yours. How close are they? How close are they to their target, to their minimum required to actually put this out there? 1,303 backers with a minimum required of 5,000. They are not even close. And this has been up there for weeks already for people to buy, for people to purchase, for people to show how much they love the character of Reva. Get your own special Reva third sister lightsaber. Nobody wants this stuff. And once again, we have to remind so many people that Disney is forsaking their fan base. They're saying, we don't want you old fans. We don't want you people who care about the original trilogy. We don't want you anymore. We don't want you here. We want a new fan base. The one that has pronouns in their bios and stands for characters on Twitter. Those people don't have any money to spend. And if this isn't obvious, I don't know what is. I guarantee you can find a lot of different Stan accounts. You can find a lot of different Reva fan cams and people saying, Moses Ingram as Reva changed my life in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. But these people don't spend money. They are not real. They are flash in the pan. I think this is a cool thing, so I'm going to hop on board a trending hashtag and I'm going to show how cool I am. In reality, they don't stick around. They move on and consume next product, and they don't spend money. They don't care about Star Wars. It's what we've been trying to tell Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars for quite some time, and they refuse to listen. But I mean, look at this. This is pretty self-evident, isn't it? Now, we could compare this to a couple other things that they've done in this way for Star Wars toys specifically. There has been four different Disney Pulse, essentially crowdfunding campaigns or Hasbro Pulse for Star Wars toys. The first one was Jabba's sales barge, which broke the 5,000 backers. Doesn't even tell us how many. Just says 5,000 plus, no idea how many it actually sold, but that met its target. It went to print, people got the sales barge that they wanted. What about this one? The Razor's Crest. Now this should be something similar, right? Something used by a new character that's a Disney Star Wars creation. What did the Razor Crest do? 28,000 backers. The target was 6,000. They blew it out of the water. That's a pretty big number, and that shows you that despite all my problems with The Mandalorian, that the character did resonate in a lot of ways with people. They thought this looked cool. They wanted to be a part of it and get your little baby Yoda as well. What did they do next? Well, it looks like they got a little cocky. They were going to do a Rancor, right? The Rancor from Return of the Jedi. They're like, you know what? People love Star Wars now. We're going to put the target way up there at 9,000. They just fell short, 8,500. Not quite enough people to actually get it backed, unfortunately for Hasbro. And then we have the next one, where they're, you know what, we're gonna set it the minimum we possibly can, 5,000. I'm sure we'll get it, right? 1,000 people, 1,303 backers. It's only gained about 100 in the past week or so since I first became aware of this. This is pathetic. They're continuing to push characters and try to make these characters so important, say, well, they're such a big part of the story, we had to keep them alive, even though it made way more sense originally when this character got killed off. Even though her arc made way more sense and would have been more rewarding to actually watch something like that, they couldn't do it. They wanted a strong, powerful woman, and they needed her to survive. They needed her to redeem herself. Because I'm sure people will love that, won't they? No. People don't care about the character. Has nothing to do with Moses Ingram's skin color. Has nothing to do with racist Star Wars fans. It has everything to do with the fact that Disney and Lucasfilm consistently struggles to create new characters that people actually give a shit about. They've had one or two in the past decade. That is a failure for them, and it's not sustainable. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.